Hey couples, before you date, be content with your life. You know, a lot of couples are looking for contentment in a dating relationship. And I'm not saying that contentment can't come through a relationship. Certainly, I'm very content. My relationship with my wife is great. I thank God for it every day. But I think the key to true contentment is finding contentment before you find a boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. See, true contentment comes from God. The secret to contentment is having a relationship with God, trusting God, being connected to God above and beyond anything else, because anyone else is less than perfect. And so your relationship with God, at least one person in that relationship is perfect. It's not you, it's God. And so you can find true contentment because God can love you so much better than anyone else can. 1 Timothy 6, it says, true godliness with contentment is itself great wealth. After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into the world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. Now, I know that verse is not really talking about relationships, but it's telling us where contentment comes from. True contentment comes from God. If you're not content right now without a boyfriend or girlfriend, you're not going to be content at the end of the day, even when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. And see, if you're not content, then you're vulnerable. We've seen it so many times. You know, somebody's desperate for a relationship because they think they're going to finally have joy and satisfaction in life. And so they sort of sacrifice what they know is right. They sell out. They get into a relationship too quickly because they're vulnerable, because they're desperate, because they're not content, and they think this person's going to bring them contentment. But again, a person can't make you content. So you can be miserable without a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you can be miserable with a boyfriend or girlfriend. The point is, the boyfriend or girlfriend isn't the key to your contentment. So you're vulnerable if you think that that person is the key. What Jesus would say is love God first and then look to love someone else. In my pursuit of God, if my relationship with God is put on hold until I have a relationship with someone else, I'll be miserable. But if I'm pursuing God and I'm finding contentment in my relationship with God, and I'm learning how to trust God to provide that person and that the rest of that contentment, the person that can help bring that, God knows who that person is. But if you seek God first, you're going to find contentment in Him first, and you're going to be a lot more at peace with yourself. And now God's going to walk with you, open your eyes, bring people into your life. And God is going to add to that contentment that you have with Him. And He's going to say, now look what I've got for you here. Jesus said this in Matthew 22, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And then the second one is equally important, love your neighbor as yourself. Now you can take the word neighbor out and say, love your boyfriend, love your girlfriend, love your husband, love your wife as yourself. So, but look at the prescription, love God first. Then when you learn how to love God first, guess what? Now you can learn how to love that boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. And this is what true contentment is all about. So get content first through God, through your pursuit of God, and then you can find contentment in a relationship down the road.